You recently said that your view on God has changed over the years.
Yeah.
Get into that a little bit, because when I heard you talk about it,
people always talk about God like they know him. They talk about God like they died before. A pastor would get in front of a church and say this, that, and the third. And I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying he don't know though. He don't know. And when my son died, it felt like God was. If it's a God, I feel like if it's a God, why would he do that? He got a 1-month-old daughter. His daughter didn't get a chance to do nothing to nobody ever. He never got a chance to do nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? So I started saying, like, we don't know God, man. We don't know nothing about. We don't even know why we're here. We don't even know ourselves. We don't know nothing. I mean, I respect the person say they don't know than somebody sit here act like they know, and my guess is just as good as yours. I mean, so like my view on God has been more like I don't know him. Like, I mean, for all I know, he didn't even make us. He could have made the stuff that made the person or the beings that made us. We might be a step from God. We don't even know. You know what I mean? So, like, before I was like real religious, like real, like, going by the book. You know what I mean? But that start not being afraid to say, like, yo, when something real drastic happened to you, your whole outlook on life changed. You know what I mean? If you see a baby burnt up in the car, man, it's like, you ain't trying to hear that I mean, God, everything happened for all that shit. You ain't really trying to hear that shit. I mean, like, you just like, man, listen, man. I mean, but I know something made us. I know something made us, but we don't know. And everybody quickly say, yo, we here for this, we here. Like, shit. I'm not telling you what I know what's going on. I'm just saying we don't know. I mean, that's basically it. I mean, I'm just saying I don't know. I mean, but people don't act like they swear you down that they know. So you got faith. Okay, I understand you got faith. And I'm envious of a person that got faith without proof. I wish I could be like that. I mean, but I just can't be like that. And if it's a God that's all knowing, he won't be mad about me trying to really find out what life about. You know what I mean? Asking questions. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it right now. You know what I mean?
Do you often pray?
I used to. Now it's like, it's hard to pray when you feel like God punishing you. Or if it's a God, whatever is punishing you. Like, you mean, you feel mad. Like, I'm mad. For real. I mean, like, it's like, I just feel mad. Like, I mean, it's like the worst thing that could happen to me. I'd rather die. You know what I mean? But my son he got the same name as me, super tight. I mean, out of nowhere. And then the fact that when he died, I'm painting a mural for somebody that the cops killed. So, something positive. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, blew my mind. But of course, it's past my understanding, but what I do understand, I don't like it. I mean, somebody say, there's no lesson I could have learned from that was worth me losing them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe in the future I feel different, but right now, man, I'm like in a rut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. It's just when they come out and say that, they get judged.
Yeah. And you know what it is about me? I don't care. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I know everybody got insecurities. Everybody got their shit with them. Everybody, you know what I mean? And when you start getting older, you don't care about a lot of stuff. You don't care what people talk about you. You don't care what people think about you. Because at the end of the day, they don't have nothing to do with your income. They ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I mean? You just got, I'd rather worry about the people that do fuck with you. You know what I mean? I focus on people that do fuck with me. You don't fuck with me, all right, fuck. I mean, because at the end of the day, we all can do better. I mean, that's the hardest thing to do is to judge yourself. The hardest thing is to do, like, I did this, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't. You know what I mean? Once you start doing that, I mean, you less focus on what somebody else did that's wrong. Like even with Jay-Z, I understand what he did do wrong in my eyes, but he might see it all the way different. I might be wrong. You know what I mean? I can say that I might be wrong. I'm just saying what I think and how I feel from my perspective. You know what I mean? But I'm not off. Before I want to argue just to prove my point. Now I don't want to argue to prove my point. I hear what you're saying. And if you're right, you can change my mind. You can if not. You know what I mean? But I ain't want to argue just to say I'm right. You know what I mean? It's like when you get older, you just start picking your fights better. You know what I mean? That's why main beings made up. You know what I mean? You know, I've been going at it for years. You know what I mean? But my son died, made me see like what's important. Then he came to my son's funeral, and I wasn't expecting that at all. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when Beans got shot in AC, I was right there. His mom would tell you. First one, me and Freeway. I'm right there. Even though we was beefing, I was there because I like, man, I almost should be dead. Like, I mean, I remember we still been around each other for over 20 years now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when we made up, I never knew it was gonna be such a big deal. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I had a million comments. Like, that shit was, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking it's just me and him beefing, but people was like, was in it. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that, then I didn't know our sons knew each other and was trying to be rapping and shit together and all that. I never knew. My son called me, like, Dad, me and Beans called me like, yo, our son's tight, like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, damn. So it was good for them to see their dad's not going at it no more. You know what I mean? 'Cause my son got 20 to 40, my other son. You know what I mean?
And this is for an alleged murder?
Yeah, for murder, yeah. Murder, attempted murder, some other stuff. I mean, he took the deal. I mean, so he holding up strong. He a soldier. I mean.
How old is he?
He 23.
Okay, so he'll get out.
Yeah, he get out. He got 17 years to his minimum. He be like 40. I told him, I said, you don't want to wake up 40 with forever to go, or you could have been getting out. I mean, take this deal, man. You know what I mean, and get out and get. Even if I'm not alive, just me dying knowing that you're gonna get out one day, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Because I can't imagine you being in there forever. That shit is like, that's the worst thing. That's worse than dying. You know what I mean? So that took a big weight off my shoulder because that shit was weighing on me heavy. I ain't let him know, but it was weighing on me heavy, man. Like that, because I already know what that consists of. I've been upstate. I know what you mean.